In the valleys of ancient Damascus, where wisdom flowed like the rivers of paradise, there lived a young woman named Zara, known throughout her village for her brilliant mind and the constant storms that raged within it. At just 20 years old, Zara was a gifted herbalist learning the healing arts from her grandmother. But her gift had become her greatest trial. Every herb she picked, every remedy she prepared, was plagued by endless thoughts. What if this mixture isn't perfect? What if I disappoint my grandmother? What if someone's life depends on this decision? Her hands would tremble as she measured ingredients, double-checking, triple-checking, until the sun had long set and risen again. While other healers worked with confident precision, Zara's mind spun like a whirlwind in the desert, carrying away her peace grain by grain. One particularly challenging day, after spending hours agonizing over a simple fever remedy, Zara's grandmother found her sitting alone in their garden, tears falling silently. "My child," her grandmother said, settling beside her, "do you know why the date palm stands so tall in the fiercest storms?" Zara shook her head, wiping her tears. "Because it knows its roots are anchored in something greater than itself. It doesn't question every breeze. It trusts in Allah's design." Her grandmother reached for the Quran on their shelf, opening to Surah Al-Mulk. "Is not He who created you aware of what can harm you? And He is the most kind, the all-aware." "But grandmother," Zahra whispered, "how do I stop these thoughts? They come like waves, one after another." Her grandmother smiled, picking up a jar of honey. "When the bees make honey, do they worry about every flower they visit? They follow their fitra, their natural state. Allah has given them perfect guidance. Your thoughts, Zahra, are like bees without direction. Let them return to their hive, to Allah's remembrance." That day, Zahra's grandmother taught her 3 secrets of the ancient healers. 1. Begin every task with Bismillah, letting Allah's name guide your hands too. When thoughts spiral, return to your breath and say, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. 3. Trust that Allah's knowledge surpasses our endless questions. Days turned to weeks as Zahra practiced these teachings. Slowly, like morning light spreading across the valley, change began to bloom in her heart. She learned to recognize overthinking not as carefulness, but as a lack of trust in Allah's plan. Each time her mind began its familiar spiral, she would touch her grandmother's Quran and remember, "And whoever puts their trust in Allah, then He will suffice him." The true test came when a desperate mother brought her sick child to their door. The old Zahra would have frozen with anxiety. But now, she took a deep breath, said Bismillah, and let her knowledge flow naturally, trusting that Allah would guide her hands. That day, Zahra didn't just heal a child. She healed herself from the prison of her own thoughts. Like Zahra, many of us today are trapped in the cycle of overthinking. But remember, your mind is a gift from Allah, not a burden to bear. If you're struggling with overthinking, try these 3 practices from Zahra's story. 1. Begin with Allah's name. 2. Return to your breath with Dhikr. 3. Trust in Allah's perfect plan. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. Subscribe to our channel for more stories of Islamic wisdom in our modern world. Remember, peace isn't the absence of thoughts, it's the presence of trust in Allah.